So after that, I'm going to ask if you remember the person you met before you went here.
My father?
Your father.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. Okay, so if the patient in a hospital setting, you need to ask the name of the doctor, and because our patient is at home, so she told us that she met her father a while back. Okay, I'm going to provide a client with 3 facts to recall. Example, a color, an object, an address, or a 3-digit number. And now ask the client to repeat all 3. Later in the interview, ask the client to recall all 3 times. So what I have presented a while back, the pan, the mass, do you still recall the color, the shape of the electric fan, the small fan?
Yes.
Okay, how about the mass? What shape is that? Is it round or square or rectangle?
Square.
Yeah, good. That's it. To assess the remote memory, so after testing or assessing your recent memory, we're going to test also your remote memory. So I'm going to ask do you experience previous illness?
No.
Any illnesses such as a headache or anything that is very obvious that you experience?
The headache, I guess, the last time.
Okay, how about, do you take any surgery before?
Surgery, I guess, none.
Okay. So our patient is, I think, she has a very good memory. Yeah. So we're going to be attentive, especially in calculations. Next is I'm going to test the ability of our patient to concentrate or attend span by asking the client to recite the alphabet. Okay, yeah, the alphabet. Ma'am, can you recite the alphabet?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
How about when you backward? Recite it backward.
I can't. X, Y, Z.
Okay, so our patient can't recall when she is good in reciting the alphabet in chronological order, but when it's backward, she is can't comprehend the alphabet. So by the way, mom, I'm going to ask you to subtract 100 from 50.
50.
Okay, good. Okay, so 50 minus 10.
40.
Okay, 40 minus 20.
10?
40 minus 20. 10.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so next is we're going to, okay, you're so good now, but had sometimes we are just yeah, and then we're going to test your level of consciousness. Are you conscious?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to span by asking the client to recite the alphabet or to count backward from 100. So I'm going to test you also to count 100 and then backward to 100. Can you do that, ma'am? Count to 100.
Yes.
Okay, so if you don't like, I'm going to ask you to count 1 to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So backward.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, that's good. Thank you, ma'am. So good morning, ma'am. So we're going to check the cranial nerve. The first one is I'm going to check your olfactory, that is the sense of your smell. So ma'am, can I ask you to close your eyes? And then I'm going to get the improvised cologne here to test your smell. Can you tell me what is the smell of this cologne?
Sweet sugary smell.
Okay, that's good. And next, we're going to test your cranial nerve number 2, that is the optic. So I'm going to check the sense of your eyes. Okay, the vision. Okay, what is this, ma'am?
Letter F.
How about this?
H.
This?
F.
Okay, we're going to the lowest.
I can't read it. D, I guess.
Okay, how this?
I can't read it.
Okay, so our patient can see in a 20/20 visions, but when it comes to the smallest letters, he cannot visions only 20 over 30. She cannot comprehend, but she can see in an abnormal person's, an average person's vision. So next, we're going to test your cranial nerve number 3, the oculomotor movements of the eye. So I'm going to get this pin, and then I'm going to ask you to in the inch of this is the 13 away from your nose, and then I'm going to ask you to follow the movement. Is that okay with you, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you, mom. That's good. Okay, next, we're going to test your cranial nerve number 4. That is your trochlear light pen light. So I'm going to have the improvised phone here with the light. So I'm going to check the your pupil. Okay, so mom, can you face straight, not looking in the light? Okay, I noticed that her pupil got constricted. The other one? Okay. So her both eyes constricted, so it means that the person is normal and there is no abnormalities. When the person is dead, we notice that her eyes or pupil of her eyes was the dilated. Okay, next we're going to test your cranial nerve number 5, the trigeminal. So we're going to test your trigeminal nerve. So first I'm going to get the cotton here, and then I'm going to slide it in your facial, in your lateral sclera of the eye. It's illicit with reflex. Okay, here. Okay, then I'm going to make a pin here. Okay, so we notice that our patient, okay, the patient's eyes nerve that reacted for the trigeminal nerves. And then for cranial nerve number 6, the abducens, I'm going to assess directions of these. So I'm going to use this pin to place this in front of your nose, away from your nose, and then I'm going to move it, and then can you follow the directions now? Okay. Okay, thank you. So next, we're going to check your cranial nerve number 7, your facial. So for your facials, I'm going to ask you to smile, mom. Thank you. How about you from your eyebrows? Okay, raise your eyebrows. Okay, puff out your cheeks. Close eyes tight lightly. Okay, so next I'm going to ask you to identify two to taste, to test your kind of sense of taste. So we had here here an a salt and a sugar. So our patient, we are going to ask the patient to taste the here. That's the taste. And
Salty.
how about other?
Sweet.
Huh?
It's sweet.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, it's good. That's good. So lastly, for the after that, we're going to check your cranial nerve number 8, your auditory. So I'm going to cover the other ear here, and then Jenny. Okay, thank you. How about here? So after that, we're going to check your cranial nerve number 9. In number 10, I'm going to combine those both. Okay, for your glossopharyngeal, I'm going to apply taste on the posterior tongue. For identification, I'm going to ask you to move the tongue from to side and up and up. Can you move your tongue? Open your mouth and move your tongue side to side. Okay, up and down. Okay, good. I'm going to use this for your cranial nerve number 10 for valgus. Okay, so, sorry, I'm going to check muna. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Can you push it? Okay. Can you hurry up? Okay. Hindi pa masakit. Okay. Okay, that's it for your valgus. And next, we're going to check your cranial nerve number 11, your accessory. So I'm going to ask you to shrug your shoulders. I'm going to push it here. Okay. Then turn your head to side to side. Okay, good. So can you repeat all it? Okay, good. Side to side. Good. We're going to test, lastly, you're going to test your cranial nerve number 12, your hypoglossal. I'm going to ask you to let your tongue outside and then move it to side to side. Good.